Assalamualaikum and good evening. Today we will discuss about some ways to increase public involvement in the fight against climate change. But before that, we will introduce ourselves first. My name is Nur Fatimah Sarah binti Muhammad Fahmi.
And my name is Muhammad Amirul Hafiz bin Muhammad Azam.
And my name is Khwarizmi bin Aliman.
Climate change is a proven fact. Global warming has caused serious change to the planet, such as rising sea levels, extreme weather events, deforestation, and disappearance of species. So that's why the public should be more involved in this cause. One of way to increase public involvement in this cause is we need to reduce carbon footprint. Reducing your carbon footprint means changing how you approach and participate in activities that produce greenhouse gases. We can reduce our carbon footprint through transportation, through food, when shopping, and we can reduce our carbon footprint at home. Another way to increase public involvement in this cause is public needs to respect and protect green spaces. Green spaces, such as parks and gardens, are important. They absorb carbon dioxide and are associated with lower levels of air pollution. They also provide multiple benefits to public health, with studies linking green space to reduce levels of stress. So, we can help to protect and conserve green spaces like local parks, ponds, or community garden. Do you guys agree with me?
Yes, I agree with Fatin. That's a good idea. But in my opinion, we can use by reducing, reusing, and recycling essential practice in decreasing climate change because they directly address the key driver of environmental degradation and greenhouse gas emission. By using reducing consumption by reducing our consumption of goods and resource, we can decrease the demand of energy. We can decrease the demand for energy intensive manufacturing process, which often rely on fossil fuels. This in turn lowers carbon emission associated with production. And secondly, we can reducing waste. When we reduce waste by consuming less, making less and making con less and making conscious choice, we reduce the amount of waste sent to landfills and incinerators. The waste disposal method can release harmful greenhouse gas like methane and carbon dioxide. Next, we can using the reusing item instead of discarding them and buying new ones. Reduce the need for manufacturing new product. The production of new items typically involves energy intensive process and resource extraction, contribution to carbon emission. Us- Reusing extend the life of product, saving energy and resource. And we can use recycling material like paper, to plastic and metal reduce the need to extract virgin resource and manufacture new product from scratch. Recycling also save energy compared to making product from raw material. For example, recycling aluminium save up to 95% of the energy required to produce it from bauxite ore. Uh, how about you, Khwarizmi?
Thank you, Hafiz. That is the good idea and information. For my opinion, I think how people can help in fight against climate change by less plastic product. Plastic product are common product in our lives and are even thrown away at will after use. Plastic is a material made from a very valuable resource, which is petroleum. This means the more plastic we use, the less our petroleum supply will be in the future. Plastic bags are also very difficult to eliminate. If burned, it will release carcinogens, which are cancer causing substances that are extremely dangerous to humans. If planted, the toxins in it can enter our drinking water source. Animals can die when they eat the plastic product. Since plastic waste only decomposes over a long period of time, it takes up a large portion of landfill space. More worryingly, plastic can release toxic and harmful compounds when it decomposes. If this happens, it can cause soil, river, and groundwater pollution. This situation will affect the quality of the environment, the health, and well-being of other living beings. Plastic products that are thrown to the bottom of the sea can threaten aquatic and marine life. Among ways to reduce the use of excessive plastic packaging is simple and cheap. When shopping, make sure we load plastic bags with as many shopping items as possible. Reuse packaging or plastic bags or other plastic product and do not throw them away. Better yet, bring a reusable bag from home and not use the plastic bags provided in store and supermarkets. That's all from me.
Yeah. Thank you, Khwarizmi. But my second point is with planting tree. Planting trees can help mitigate climate change in several ways. Firstly, with a cooling effect. Trees provide shade and release water vapor through a process called transpiration. This cooling effect can help reduce local temperature, which is especially important in urban areas where the urban heat island effect can lead to higher energy consumption for cooling. And next is preserving ecosystem. Pres- Planting trees help preserve and restore ecosystem. Healthy ecosystem are more resilient to climate change and can continue to sequester carbon and support bio- biodiversity. Uh, Thirdly is protection against natural disaster. Forest actually as natural buffers against extreme weather, even like floods, landslide, and hurricanes, and floods, landslide, and hurricanes. They help stabilize soil, reduce runoff, and protect communities from the impact of this disaster. Next is air quality improvement. Trees filter pollution from the air, improving air quality. This is essential because poor air quality can exacerbate health problems, especially in a changing climate. Next is supporting biodiversity. Trees provide habitats from various species. Biodiversity is crucial for ecosystem health and resilience in the face of climate change. However, it is important to note that while tree planting is beneficial, it's not a standalone solution to climate change. Effort to reduce greenhouse gas emission from fossil fuels, improve energy efficiency, and transition to renewable energy source are also crucial in the fight against climate change. Tree planting should be a part of a broader strategy to address the climate crisis. That's all for me. How about you? What is me?
Okay, thank you, Hafiz. I also have a second point to tell. The authorities also can make a report about the issues of climate change. The IPCC was created to provide policymakers with regular scientific assessments on climate change, its implications, and potential future risks, as well as to put forward adaptation and mitigation options. Through its assessments, the IPCC determines the state of knowledge on climate change. It identifies where there is agreement in the scientific community on topics related to climate change and where further research is needed. The reports are drafted and reviewed in several stages, thus guaranteeing objectivity and transparency. With the help of the report, this can help our climate to sustain in a good condition to avoid global warming. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Was a great opinion. Among all the ways, I think the best one is the best one to increase public's involvement in this cause is reduce, reuse, and recycle, or 3R. These 3R words are an important part of sustainable living as they help to cut down on the amount of waste we have to throw away. It is really simple as we just have to reduce the amount of waste we produce and use items as much as we can before replacing them and recycle items whenever possible. Do you think this is the best way also?
Yes, I think with using reuse, reduce, and recycle is the best way. In my opinion, the principle of reduce, reuse, and recycle help decrease climate change by reducing the overall environment impact of our consumption patterns. This practice conserves resource, save energy, and minimize carbon emission, making them vital components of any strategy to combat climate change and promote sustainability. How about you, Khwarizmi?
Uh, for my opinions, from the whole information I heard, the best point is I choose reduce, reuse, and recycle also. After having truly discussed the issue concerning responsible consumption, I have reached a conclusion that we believe is quite valuable. Although the problem of waste is one of the most worrying ones worrying ones. Concerning environment, I think there is a way to solve or at least to mitigate the effect of rubbish in nature. The triple R is our way. Think about nature, reduce, reuse, and recycle. It is in our hands to assure a better future for our children and leave the world as it was before we arrived. That's all from me.